came here to party, gon' put your hands up. If you wanna get it started, gon' put your hands up. All my ladies in the front, all my thugs in the club. If you looking for some love, gon' put your hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. If you came here to party, gon' put your hands up. All my ladies in the front, all my thugs in the club. If you looking for some love, gon' put your hands up.
Welcome to the Stephen Knight Show here on Indy 104 iRadio LA. As always, I want to thank you for joining us. Now, tonight we're live with the latest in sports, fashion, music, and, of course, movie reviews. Then later, we welcome Mr. Romantic himself to talk about his show where women and men call in and discuss any romantic fantasies. They have clothes, they have the whole 9 yards. You want to hear about that later on. And then Hot Topic, we continue the conversation regarding the backlash or kind of discussion over Colin Kaepernick's protest of the national anthem. People are starting to join him in the cause, other athletes. Plus, find out about a rumored fight that occurred at the taping of the 9th season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. All that and much more. I want to remind you, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and, of course, our official website, thestephenknightshow.com. You can also join our VIP members mailing list by going to our Facebook page, or you can go on our Instagram. We have directions on how to join that and get up behind the scenes and just different things that we're doing this season. Now, we announced last week, we're very happy to announce again that we are nominated for the 2016 Hottest Entertainment Awards, again for our hottest online radio show. We won it back in 2012. We think it's time to win it again, so please go to atlshottest.com and vote. And while you're there, you can vote for your boy. I was nominated for our hottest future superstar, Stephen Knight, in case you didn't know. But anyway, so we definitely appreciate your support. But listen, when we come back, Chike and Adam will tell us. Adam is back, y'all. He's been traveling all this time. He's back. He's going to tell us about his travels and what's going on in the world of movie reviews. Right back after the show. Adam, Chike, what's going on?
Hello, hello, hello.
First of all, before we get started, Adam, welcome back. Welcome back. I mean, you traveled everywhere. Tell us about your trip.
Well, thank you. So I spent the past about roughly 7 weeks in Europe, and I was started kind of in the east in Hungary and worked my way up through Austria, Czech Republic, Croatia, and then, of course, kind of went west towards France, Spain, Amsterdam, and just kind of various cities within and out of the region. So it was great. Most of it was solo travel. My brother did meet me near the end of the trip, so that was nice. But great experience. Europe's just, it's funny, Europe is still on high alert, with everything. Yeah. And I can definitely tell in Paris with the extra guards and everything like that. But it's still, it's wonderful. And it's, besides the history, that people are all nice. I never had a bad incident. I never felt unsafe in any areas, any time of the day or night. And it was just great. So definitely enjoyed it. But I'm glad to be back, too.
And if you go on, if people listening at home want to go on your Instagram, talk about your Instagram because you took some beautiful pictures that I think people should see.
Yes, so you can follow me at Fly as a Kite, all one word, Fly as a Kite on Instagram, and you'll see several pictures from the past 7 weeks that highlight everything that I've seen.
Well, we're definitely glad to have you back. So welcome back. Now time to get back to work.
Exactly. I'm ready. I only saw one movie while I was away overseas. Unfortunately, it was Suicide Squad, so that was kind of a miss. But yep, I'm back to get in the groove of all the films coming out.
Yes, sir. What's going on with you, Chike?
Hello, sir. How are you? How was your weekend?
It was good. I can't complain. Anytime it's the weekend, I can't complain. So
right.
So, what's going on in your world?
My weekend is filled with work. I'm in the middle of making a film. Plus, I'm working for Urban Media Filmmakers Film Festival, which is happening October 6th through the 11th down in the great old city of Atlanta. So I'll be down there soon. And so my weekends are consumed. And I got a nice tidbit of information, good news over the weekend. I will be working for a friend of the show, Grammy Award-winning Faith Evans, for the Women of Bad Boy Brunch, which happens in every city that the Bad Boy Tour goes to. They have a brunch in that morning that, precedes the concert. Right, so when they come here to Philadelphia on the 23rd, I got a call saying, Chike, do you want to work? Heck yeah, I want to work. Yeah, I'll be there. So I'll be hanging out with our girl Faye on the 23rd. And so I'm excited about that.
That's very exciting. I actually went to the concert. Me and Ms. Parker went to the concert. You all remember my Pam is part of my family, Pam Long from Total. And so she hooked me and Ms. Parker up with some amazing seats. And we went to the concert. It was great. I mean, it just took you back. They brought out everybody here in Atlanta. They brought out Kelly Price. They brought out Tyrese. They brought out Jodeci. They brought out Gucci Mane. They brought out 2 Chainz. They brought out, it was just every time you turn around, it was like somebody new. Lil' Kim killed it. Faith killed it. P. Diddy, Mace, Locks, Carl Thomas, Total, of course. But everyone just did a great job. And so I'm glad the tour is going well and everyone's doing well.
Yeah, I'm excited about that because, your sister and I have been friends for years on social media. Yeah. So this will be the first time that I actually get to meet her in the flesh.
Oh, yeah. And
so I'm excited about that.
You'll love her. She's just the sweetest person. I mean, it was just one last-minute call. Next thing I know, it was probably, you have to go to, was it mail call or whatever it's called? But you go
will call.
Will call. And Ms. Parker said, all right, hope Pam didn't forget about it. So I gave my ID. And then he saw Total and he saw Stephen Knight. And they were great seats.
Wow, nice.
So shout out to Pam for that. But anyway, enough about that. Take it away, movie reviews. I want to hear about what's going on in the world of movie reviews.
All right. Well, for my debut, I saw Hell or High Water, and this is a movie actually I didn't know too much about. I heard about it through my mom, who happened to see it, and highly recommended it. And it stars Chris Pine and Jeff Bridges are kind of the main characters, but it's 2 brothers in West Texas that are robbing small banks to pay for the family property that's about to foreclose. And Jeff Bridges plays kind of the old, almost in retirement, Texas Ranger that comes with his partner to hunt them down. And it's a really good movie. I would best describe it as a modern-day Western. So you have kind of these outlaws robbing banks, you have gambling, you have a shootout, you have the sheriff that's coming to look for them, and everyone does a wonderful job. Chris Pine, I don't see him in too many things. I know he was in Star Trek, but he did a really good job in this role, kind of as the Western Texas local. And Jeff Bridges, I think, settled into his old man role really well because he's near perfect, or perfect actually, as kind of the old sheriff. So highly recommend this movie. The thing I like in certain movies is it gives you a feel for the region. And there was a movie several years ago called Winter's Bone, and it was about life in the Ozarks in Missouri. And you really got the feel of the people. And in this movie, it does a really good job. I've never been to West Texas. I have no reason to go. But you get a good feel of how the people live there. Everyone has a gun on them, and it's just that mentality of small town, country folk that just kind of look out for each other, and you're in kind of a desert wasteland. So highly recommend. It's definitely a nice change from all the superheroes and the animation movies and kind of the horror movies that are coming up that I'm not a big fan of. So definitely check it out if you get a chance.
All right.
Cool. Okay, so I saw a film entitled Kicks. Kicks stars C.J. Wallace, who's ironically the son of Faith Evans and the Notorious B.I.G. This is his 3rd feature film. This movie is on limited release. So when a film is on limited release, that means that they're going to only put it in select theaters, and they're going to wait to see how it does before it rolls out and it hits national. So, support the film. because it is a good film. It basically is about inner city youth, group of friends. One of the friends wants to impress everyone, and he basically purchases a very expensive pair of tennis shoes / sneakers, if you don't know what tennis shoes are. And the local hood steals his sneakers at gunpoint. And he goes on a quest with his friends to retrieve the sneakers. Now, if anyone lives in the inner city, you know that that's something that happens when you go out and buy expensive shoes. That's a real thing. It happens. You know, in Philadelphia, it happens almost every day. Kids are back to school. You buy an expensive pair of shoes, and someone, you know, wants to take what you own, and they'll just take the shoes off your feet at gunpoint. Oh. So basically, he gets robbed. And he loses his mojo, basically, because the sneakers were his cool points. And he liked how he felt with the sneakers, and he wanted to get them back. So him and his friends go on a quest to get the sneakers back. It's funny. It's filled with drama. And depending on your emotional level, you may shed a tear. Ooh. So I definitely say check it out. This film did very well in the Tribeca Film Festival. It has a very indie feel to it, but it definitely should be nationwide. So go out and support. And I'm really learning to love C.J. Wallace as an actor. He's growing into his own. He picked his own lane, and I think that he's sailing in it.
That's great. That's great that he's finding his own mark, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mark. So what's coming down the pipeline?
For me, my eye is on the Magnificent Seven. I can't wait to see Denzel as the Black Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big one. It hasn't gotten good reviews yet, but hopefully it will meet up to the hype. I've seen the trailer, so it looks like a fun action-packed movie. And then another one, since I'm so behind on the times right now, is this Birth of a Nation, which I don't know if you guys discussed or heard, but in Toronto got about a 10-minute standing ovation after it came out. So that doesn't release till October, but that one looks like it'll be a pretty good one to check out as well.
Are you talking about Nate Parker's Birth of a Nation? Yes. Okay. You know that was released in the film festival circuit, so I did see that. I think that I reviewed it.
Okay,
but
how'd you like it?
I loved it. Like it's magnificent, and with a big magnificent. It's really worth its weight in gold. Seriously. So if you do get an opportunity to see it, I highly recommend it. And I'm really hoping that it gets, major release, nationwide, because it really is. It's educational, it's historic, and it's a true story.
Yeah, I'm excited. And another sidebar, because again, I'm behind on the times, but have you guys seen Donald Glover's new show, Atlanta? I don't know.
I haven't. I've had it, but I heard it's getting great reviews.
Yeah, and I really want to check it out. Just maybe I'm biased because I'm from Atlanta, but I've heard great things about it, and I didn't know if anyone else has checked it out yet.
It is on my radar. It definitely is on my radar. And another thing that I started doing too, Adam, while you were gone, I started talking about television shows that I'm into. I do believe that I talked about Animal Kingdom. I talked about, I didn't talk about Stranger Things. Stranger Things is another one on Netflix. That's another show that I'm into. That. Yeah, how'd you like it?
Oh, I loved it. Overall it was great. I can't complain too much. It got a little bit of the internet hype for me. All my friends and everyone was like, it's going to be great, it's amazing. And it was good, but I think it was kind of talked up a little too much. But no, well worth it. It reminded me of kind of that Twin Peaks style.
Yes.
I still think Twin Peaks kind of sets the bar, though, and nothing's touched that yet. But Stranger Things, well worth it, and it's only 8 episodes, so you can power through it pretty quickly.
True. And I spoke of Greenleaf on OWN TV, and I just started watching Queen Sugar. Woo! Ava DuVernay. She's a beast. She's a beast.
Nice.
Well, all right, guys. Well, as always, we thank you for your insight. and input, and keep working hard. Y'all doing good. And Adam, welcome back. Welcome back. We're so glad to have you. And we'll see y'all again next week, okay?
All right.
All right, have a good one. Now, listen, when we come back, Mr. Aaron's back to tell us all about what's going on in the world of sports. Right back after this. Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to remind you, follow us on Twitter, Stephen Knight Show, S-H-O. It's STEVENKNIGHT, and like us on Facebook, The Stephen Knight Show. We're also on Instagram. Follow us. Find out about the things, the giveaways and things we have coming up. But definitely connect with us on there. Hey, Ron, what's going on, man?
What up, what up?
How's it going?
It's going, man. It is going. How's it going?
That's awesome. I can't complain at all. How was your weekend?
It was good, man. Football was really, really good, man.
Yeah. Your favorite time of year, isn't it?
It is here, yes. It is here.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Man, sports, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. So let me just go ahead and just jump on in.
Please do.
All right. The ACC is no longer having their championship games in the state of North Carolina, effective today. So the ACC football championship game that was scheduled to be played in Charlotte this season it's not in Charlotte. They've taken it out, and it'll actually be played down in Orlando at the Camping World Stadium. I repeat, the Camping World Stadium down in Orlando. So yeah, that's money coming out of the state,
out of the pocket. Yeah,
because again, because of this governor, the state legislature, the HB2 law, which I think everyone pretty much knows about, this transgender path and things. So I'm not going to get into it. So anyway, and also other sports, other championship game sports in the ACC that was actually scheduled to happen here in the state are going to be outsourced, if you will.
Wow.
Other states. So that's it's such a large impact. No, it's
hitting them in their pocket. You know what I mean? It's a lot of money.
And with me living here, like I see it firsthand. So it's I can't even put put words to it. Like it's real. It's definitely real. So folks have jobs that depend on these games and things. So anyway, it's a mess. It's just a big mess, and hopefully it'll all work itself out in the future. All right. Did you hear about the hacking?
I did.
Latest hacking with Simone Biles.
Yeah.
Gold medal winning track and field guys. I'm sorry. Simone. Gymnast. Yeah. Her. Anyway, it's her medical information is now out for the public to see. Also, both of the Williams sisters, their medical information is out. It's just a crazy time, scary time now that people's personal information can just be hacked, hijacked, put out there for the world to see. It's
it's Russia, and they're not only hacking the athletes, they're hacking. The DNC just got hacked again.
The politicians are.
RNC got hacked, and recently Colin Powell got hacked, and his emails regarding the presidential candidate Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Him and Hillary are friends. He made comments about her as he thought she'd be the president. They weren't that favorable, but he did say that's his friend and he respects her in the email.
And that's his opinion, right? I applaud that. I'm actually cool.
Yeah, but he bashed Donald Trump. he bashed him. Yeah, and so
he's an equal opportunity basher.
Exactly. Yeah,
but he'll club Trump upside the head.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, Russia, they're doing it, and they're concerned that, I know it's not sports related, they're concerned that they're trying to hack to impact the vote, the election in November. Right. Yeah, so it's crazy. Russia, they have nothing to do all day but to hack us.
They need to get their stuff together, man. Leave our stuff alone. Leave it alone. All right. Did you hear about the latest with the Dallas Cowboys?
No, what's going on with that?
Well, actually, I didn't get a chance to discuss it last week.
Okay.
But I just want to talk about the play, which was, I don't know if you saw the game where it was like 10 seconds left in the game. Dak Prescott, who was the rookie starting quarterback for Dallas, throws the ball to Terrence Williams. Terrence Williams catches the ball, and instead of him going out of bounds to set Dallas up for a possible game-winning field goal, he decides to run infield, and he gets tackled, and Dallas had no timeouts, and the clock expired, and they lost the game. But anyway, yeah, I just thought,
rookie mistake.
I personally thought that he should have got cut, like right then and there, like after that was done. That's just me. But I'm not a coach. But if I was a coach, I just think right. You out of here. Some things to me just as common sense. And if I'm paying you a lot of money and you are a professional athlete, a professional football player at that position, you should know time management, awareness of the situation on the field. And you should. Anyway.
He said he was a rookie though, right?
No, the quarterback is a rookie. I don't believe Terrence Williams. I don't know for certain, but I don't think Terrence Williams is a rookie.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Let's just say that Terrence Williams is a rookie. That's still no excuse. None.
Yeah, that's true.
You should know that as a high school player. I mean, you know, like you.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? 10 seconds left. We have no timeouts. I catch the ball. My thing is to get out of bounds as quickly as possible to stop the clock and to give our field goal units a chance to come up to kick the ball. Anyway, so that's that. All right. Did you see Dancing with the Stars?
No, but I saw the craziness everyone was talking about.
Yeah, Ryan Lochte, man, he's just bringing just chaos and drama with him, man. He has like this silver cloud that's just over him, man. Like it's crazy. But actually seeing that happen to him, it was actually scary. Like it
was scary. It was scary.
Yeah, because these people, they could have had a weapon. Like they could have jumped him. I mean, they could have jumped him and broken anything. So just the fact that people can get that close to someone, on stage, it was kind of.
And they said people that were actually in the audience, they were scared. Like it was just a weird awkward moment. Yeah,
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. All right, Stephen, I was thinking about doing something new for the football season. I'm going to actually give my picks as to which team that I think will win each game coming up every week.
Please do.
So I'm just going to go down really, really quickly and give my picks. All right. I have Buffalo beating the Jets. I have Carolina beating San Francisco. I have Baltimore beating Cleveland. I have Lions beating the Tennessee Titans. I have Kansas City Chiefs beating the Houston Texans. I have the Patriots beating the Miami Dolphins. Excuse me. I have the Giants winning. I'll go quicker. I have the Giants winning, Pittsburgh winning, Dallas winning, Arizona winning, the Seahawks winning, Denver winning, Oakland winning, San Diego winning, Green Bay winning, and Philadelphia winning. So
that's a lot of games between now and
what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna I'll check and see how well that I do, and then next week I will give I will tell everyone how well.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know how well you did,
and then I'll pick for next week's game. So this will be like something new. Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
All right, cool.
We'll definitely see if you're right. And those listening at home, tweet Aaron at Aaron Cosby. Let him know your thoughts. Is he right about these picks, or what do you think?
Yes. Let me know, fellas and ladies, everybody. We know. All right. I'll see you next week, bro. Oh, actually, I'm gonna talk to you tonight for
hot topics, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm there.
All right. Well, when we come back, Ms. Ferguson's gonna take it away with everything involving, Budget Shopaholic, fashion, all the good stuff she brings us. Right back up.
Okay, hey, this is Darius McCurry. You're listening to the Stephen Knight Show. Don't touch that dial.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Ms. Ferguson, what's going on?
What's going on, Stephen? How you doing?
Doing well. How was your weekend?
I can't complain.
I hear that.
Yeah, of course. I hit up a couple of shops, but
of course. Well, you got some wonderful things for us, huh?
I do, yes. I have a couple of things for you guys tonight. Banana Republic, they're having a sale. They're giving 40%, an extra 40% off of all of their sale and clearance, and that's now through midnight. So, you guys better hurry up and click on into bananarepublic.com if you guys still want to shop. Steve Madden is having a sale, and they're calling this their fall refresh sale, and that's now through tomorrow. So tomorrow at midnight rather. So you can get 20% off of any one item or 30% off of any 2 items or more. Plus you can get free shipping when you use the code REFRESH at checkout if you're shopping online. I know that last week I told you guys about Shutterfly. They are giving away free photo books. It's an 8x8 photo book. Of course, if you want to upgrade to a larger photo book, you'll have to pay. But right now they're giving away a free photo book at Shutterfly.com, and you have to use code FREEBOOK4U, and that's the number 4, and then the letter U at checkout. And of course, there's no purchase necessary. It's just a free photo book. And of course, this is just one of their promotional things. Nine West is having a sale now through the 20th, and if you shop now, you can get 25% off of all flats. Of course, I have to do something for the kiddos. So Carter's is having a jammy sale today, and it's, they're calling it their jammy shop, where you can get all kids' pajamas. But you can get 60% off of all pajamas, plus you can get an extra 25% off of your entire purchase during their friends and family event. Plus you can get an extra 25% off of all sale and clearance items. So just letting you guys know about that. This is just a friendly reminder that Solstice, the sunglass place, they sell all types of sunglasses from anything from just regular run-of-the-mill to designer. They're having a friends and family sale, and that ends tonight at midnight. So you have to hurry up and shop if you want to save 25% off of full-price items. Neiman Marcus Last Call, which is Neiman Marcus, which is the outlet store for Neiman Marcus, they're having a sale today only. And if you shop there now, you can get an extra 25% off of everything. Today is the last day to shop Gap and get 40% off of your purchase. And last but not least, you can either open a limited card or use your existing limited card and get 20% off of your credit card purchase. Plus, you can get 30% off of the Eva Longoria, select Eva Longoria items. Plus, you can get an extra 40% off of all clearance items. So that's all I have for you guys this evening.
Good stuff. And they can find all that at budgetshopaholic.com, correct?
They surely can.
All right. Well, thank you so much as always. Thank you for making us look good at a good price.
My pleasure. Great week. All right. You do the same. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye. And when we come back, we have our artist spotlight.
I was crazy about you. All I knew is the way you had me blown away. Every time I saw you, you would be at the best stop waiting. I would be procrastinating, silly me. I straight up let you walk away. Cause I was like, maybe she was going home to a girlfriend. Maybe I wasn't the type that she wanted. Maybe I could have had her, but I was tripping. Didn't make that decision, no. And all I got is maybe she would have been, maybe she could have been. If I had said, baby, what's your name? Now all I got is maybe. I'm crazy to let you and I should be without her. And I wanna be the one you run to. Oh, baby, if you got away, I'd see you another day. And now I don't, and I wish I would've acted then. And I was like, she was going home to a boyfriend. Maybe I wasn't the type that she wanted. Maybe I could've had her, but I was tripping. Didn't make that decision, no. And all I got is
each week we select an artist to be featured during this segment, and they're also featured on our website, thestephenknightshow.com. Now, if you at home are interested in being featured, please email us at submissions@thestephenknightshow.com. Attach your bio, promotional pictures, and social media websites. The artist tonight is a UK-based performer, very talented. His name is D-Terrence, and this is his single featuring Colleen called Chin Chin. Check it out and enjoy Stephen's playlist.
Yeah. Bicondo. D-Terrence. Colleen. Here we go. But you're the best thing that a buddy ever seen. Were you around, everything is so evergreen. For you the truth, and this is not a fallacy. You're the only girl I need, this could be your remedy. Cause I'ma strap you to myself like a backpack, and you can have it all, yeah, nobody can tap that. I love your face and your silhouette. When you break it down, you make a nigga wanna break a leg. Yeah, all I wanna do is put you high on a pedestal, give you all of me, I promise I'll never let you go. Tell you how I feel, yeah, I spell every syllable. Over to my place, I can show you everything I know. We can start it slow, sip some wine, watch a movie, yo. Then I take you on, you doing things you never did before. Biting on your lips, I can tell you are in the mood, but this is just the intro. Let me show you what I'm into. Through the weekend, the start of the weekend. You on my mind 24, you what I'm thinking. Baby, crack a bottle every weekend. Give me right at that boy, right up to the deep end. Through the weekend, the start of the weekend. You on my mind 24, you what I'm thinking. Baby, crack a bottle every weekend. Give me right at that boy, right up to the deep end. Eyes so pretty, lips so pretty. Shorty, you the real deal, and I'm not kidding. Been around the world, seen these girls in the city, but you're stuck up in my mind every day, every weekend. Slow it down, girl, why you run to? The more you play how to get makes me want you. I let me so the girls, I ain't even right damn. All the shit I did before, that's in the past tense. I can be the competition, you can be the final prize. Play my game right, and I promise I don't finish last. All the niggas trying, but I'm definitely been the last. And I'ma hold you down like a soldier, hold this fucking vex. Your beauty is divine, I wanna make you mine. I think that this could be our time. The way you make me smile, the way I make you laugh. Hold up, let me look into the eyes one more time. Through the weekend, the start of the weekend. You on my mind 24, you what I'm thinking. Baby, crack a bottle every weekend. Give me right at that boy, right up to the deep end. Through the weekend, the start of the weekend. You on my mind 24, you what I'm thinking. Baby, crack a bottle every weekend. Give me right at that boy, right up to the deep end. Through the day and the start of the weekend. You on my mind 24, you what I'm thinking. Chin chin, popping bottles every weekend. You my ride or die chick, right up to the deep end. Through the day and the start of the weekend. You on my mind 24, you what I'm thinking. Chin chin, popping bottles every weekend. You my ride or die chick, especially at the deep end. Through the weekend, the start of the weekend. You on my mind 24, you what I'm thinking. Baby, crack a bottle every weekend. You my ride or die boy, right up to the deep end. Through the weekend, the start of the weekend. You on my mind 24, you what I'm thinking. Baby, crack a bottle every weekend. You my ride or die boy, right up to the deep end. Through the day, boy, you know you got me. You got me. Through the week and the day, boy, you know you got me. So mama, baby, say.
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Miss Parker, how's it going?
Hey everyone, happy Monday.
Happy Monday, happy Monday. How was your weekend?
It was great. I had a lot going on, folks in town and birthday parties, but I had a great weekend. A little under the weather today, but the weekend was amazing.
Well, definitely hope you feel better. I'm glad you had a great weekend, though. What about you, Nair? How's it going?
Oh my goodness, man! It's going really, really good. This is you know, we're getting through the week.
Yeah.
You know, and it's starting out good. It's going to end well. I'm happy. I'm good.
Absolutely. Are y'all ready to get in these hot topics?
Let's do it.
Before we do it, real quick, I'm sorry. I want to say once again that we were nominated for ATL's hottest online radio show. Go to atlshottest.com and please vote for us, the Stephen Knight Show. We definitely appreciate you.
Not to mention your nomination.
Yes, my nomination. I did announce it earlier, but we'll say it again. Stephen Knight. I was nominated for ATL's hottest rising future superstar, something like that. But you'll see the categories. Yeah, definitely. We appreciate your votes. atlshottest.com. And shout out to them for nominating us each year. All right. So our first topic. Colin Kaepernick has blasted companies who dropped Brandon Marshall for taking a stand on the national anthem. According to Euroweb, NFL analyst Trent Dilfer said, a backup quarterback's job is to be quiet, to sit in the shadows, and get the starter ready to play week 1. He said, yet he chose a time where all of a sudden he became the center of attention, and it's disrupted the organization. It has caused friction. It has torn at the fabric of the team. Now, Kaepernick calls the former QB statements ridiculous. He says that the police brutality is more important than his role as a quarterback. He says, to me, you are telling me that my position as a backup QB and be quiet is more important than people's lives. He said, I would ask him to really have a conversation with the families of the people who have been murdered and see if he still feels that way, because I bet he doesn't. Now, he also supports Brandon Marshall and other players who have come forth and put their careers and endorsements on the line. He says that's embarrassing for those companies. What are your thoughts?
I like Trent Dilfer. First, just want to say that Trent, just to give some history with Trent was the starting quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens when they won their first Super Bowl back in the early 2000s. So so yeah, Trent, well liked, good guy. He's entitled to express how he feels. I don't feel exactly the same way that Trent feels. So Trent, I don't know, like Trent, I just think that sometimes people just need to just take a step back for a second and just let people express themselves. We don't need the kind of name calling, because to me it seemed like Trent was kind of trying to be a little underhanded, kind of slick when he referred to Colin as the backup quarterback, and he just, to me it seemed like almost like he's telling him that he should know his place.
Right. Yeah.
And Collins is a grown man first and foremost, and so he doesn't have to know his place, and he can express himself as long as he's not hurting anybody else. He can express himself however he chooses, and his team is okay with that. At the end of the day, the 49ers are supportive of him, okay with it. So,
right.
Yeah. Trent, to fall back a little bit. Just fall back, Trent.
Yeah, and I'm kind of on the whole, of course I'm still going to be supporting Colin and all the way. And I'm looking at it like we're going to have a new president in a matter of weeks, months, weeks, in November. You know what I mean? We're going to have someone new. I think it's the most appropriate time to be making sure our issues, our concerns, everything that we're feeling as a community, that it's all being voiced and it's trending, quote unquote. Now, these are real issues that we're really facing. Football season is one of the most watched sports, in America. So I'm happy that this time is being used to magnify our real issues, and the athletes that are actually, for or against. It doesn't matter to me. It's like that thing where they, all publicity is good publicity, but the issues are being addressed. They're being brought to light. And with the new presidency, coming upon us soon, I'm happy that all of this is coming out now, because these are all issues especially the ones that are affecting our community and our civil liberties. These are the things that we need to be looking for our new candidates to really be working on, our new president to be working on, and facing these issues head on. So I'm yeah. That's kind of like my stance on it right now.
Yeah. Just Parker?
I think if anyone is out of place, Trenton is definitely out of place. I think that his comment is borderline racist, honestly, almost as if he's telling Colin to know his place, and that our issue doesn't matter because football is bigger. I think that he should be taken off the air for a few weeks and let him really think about his statement and what that really means to the community that are affected by what's going on, and also with the players that he played with, their families. I'm sure he had black teammates and people who were around that felt that would understand why Colin's doing what he's doing. So I think that sometimes you can just pull people aside, because sometimes it may be where they don't understand. I think a lot of the issues with what's going on is that a lot of people are not taking the time to really put themselves in other people's shoes. Maybe he need a break to think about that. But I think his statement is outrageous and it's out of place.
I find it interesting. My brother, his oldest daughter, who's 5, she started school this year, and tonight they had back to school, and he put on Facebook that they made it clear, the teachers made it clear that they expect all the students to stand for the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance, and they've already had kindergartners come to them saying they're not standing, and so they wanted to reiterate to the parents that they have to. And that, to me, that was real. Well, for me, it was real that it's hit elementary school. You know what I mean? But this is a big conversation. Colin starting this conversation is starting to touch, all playing fields, really. The fact that a kindergarten class, they're telling you, you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, you were going to say something back.
I just think, first of all, you can't make, whether it's a 5-year-old or a 55-year-old, you can't make someone do something if they don't want to. Like, what are they going to do?
Right, I would have been at that school.
5-year-old to stand up? I wish they would touch my child, to force my child to stand up if they don't want to stand up. Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I thought this was America, freedom and liberty for all. Like, that. That's borderline China and North Korea is communist almost. It's dictatorship-ish. It's crazy. Getting weird. It's really getting weird. That's weird to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, next topic. Lil Wayne is convinced that racism doesn't exist anymore because white people listen to his music and attend his concerts. The Louisiana rapper came forward in an interview on Undisputed Tuesday to dispel rumors of him possibly planning to retire from the rap game. But while fans of the artist may be glad that he's not quitting hip-hop, his comments about racism are making some people scratch their heads. After discussing his career and his rocky relationship with Cash Money record label co-founder Birdman, the conversation shifted to race and the political statement of athletes like LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick. Wayne was asked by the host what he felt like seeing sometimes predominantly white audiences at his concerts, particularly a recent concert in Westchester, New York. He said, I don't want to bash because I don't want to seem like I'm on the wrong side, but I thought that this was clearly a message that there is no such thing as racism. The 33-year-old explained that he does not have one type of crowd, but rather his fan base has always included everybody. Then he later So he thinks the millennials are distancing themselves from racism because it's not cool to them. Wayne implied that he was aware that he might be criticized for his statement, and that people on Twitter definitely didn't disappoint by calling him out on his comments. He also said in another interview that he's never experienced racism. So, what are your thoughts on Lil Wayne's comments?
I think he's been on drugs too long, and he need to put down the syrup.
Yeah,
it's clear.
Wow.
It's clear. He's a little removed. You know, he's removed himself from what's really happening, from reality, just by being that such a star, in music. he's created this bubble, where he's outside of reality now. I mean, that's insane. That's insane.
I don't think he's outside of reality because I can remember a few stories where he's been pulled over for no reason, tour bus searched, put in prison. He either have short memory loss or he's just retarded. I mean, I remember stories of him going to jail for being pulled over for no cause, and them searching his tour buses.
Yeah, and he's also written about it in his songs. He's written about things that have happened. But it was interesting. You said that you think it's the scissor. They said that maybe I read that maybe it's so high he couldn't remember, but because he has written about it in his music about things that happened to him. So
yeah,
he did, in his defense, he did go on to say that he does understand that there is an issue and that something needs to be done about it. But to say that you never experienced it, I think that's kind of, especially from where he's from, I think
that's what I was just going to say. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, find out what Colin Powell really thinks about Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Right back after that.
The first time I felt your face, memories can't be replaced. I think the angels in disguise, everything will be alright, 'cause I'm addicted to your love. I bring you the moon, I bring you the stars, if you never let me go. I bring you the moon, I bring you the stars, if you never let me go. I made mistakes, but let's rewind. Let's rewind, girl. And share the thoughts of you and I think the angels in disguise, everything will be alright, 'cause I'm addicted to your love. I bring you the stars, if you never let me go.
Show. I want to remind you for all of the social media to find us and follow us, the Stephen Knight Show. All right, so Colin Powell pretty much stayed out of the headlines as it relates to the election. However, his email was hacked this week and ripped away at some of the political jargon and political niceties revealed his varnished disdain for Donald J. Trump. He calls him a national disgrace. And he does have some pet peeves about his friend, who he says his friend Hillary Clinton. He pretty much said that when Donald Trump did the whole birther thing against our current president, President Obama, he said that was racist. And very, very nasty remarks about Donald Trump he put in an email. In terms of Hillary Clinton, he said that, like I said, she is his friend. He does respect her, but he didn't feel that confident as being a president. And he didn't like the whole thing, the way Benghazi was handled. And he had some comments relating to that. So the question is, what would happen if your email was hacked? Would there be conversations about your friends or text messages that you wouldn't want to be put out there?
Yeah, this is not here. If my email was hacked, yeah, it'd be some trouble for me. It'd be some big trouble, And it's not necessarily that you really intend anything the wrong way or bad, but right. Yeah, man. Sometimes we get comfortable with with people we're comfortable with, and we say things that we may understand lightly, but the world, man, and others who see it, they gonna, it may not be so light to them. So my emails would bury me, man. They would bury me under. Yeah.
I know for a fact my emails I'll be fine. Text messages, I may hurt a couple of feelings, but it wouldn't be anything that I said has been out of my character. It'd probably be things that I have probably said to the person at some point. So, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, man, I'd be buried.
Well, I think also it's especially at this high level with Colin Powell and Hillary Clinton, them being friends. Now you have so many pundits and CNN, Fox News, everyone digging to it, making it bigger than what it is. So that can cause a more strain in relationship. You know what I mean? Because it's not just her reading it or someone saying, "Hey, this is what happened." This is national news now. So. Yeah, I think my message would be okay for the most part, but some people might be a little upset.
yeah, right.
All right, so Nick Cannon's divorce from diva icon Mariah Carey has apparently taken quite a toll on his perspective on marriage, according to New York Daily News. Nick Cannon won't be heading down the altar anytime soon. The America's Got Talent host told reporters that he'll never get married again. That messes up everything, he says. It takes the fairy tale out of it. Cinderella didn't get married. She just lived happily ever after. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think he needs time. He needs time to heal. It's pretty fresh, and we all feel like we don't want to get in another relationship or whatever after a breakup. So I mean, I don't know why that's news, but why the New York Times or whatever will even think that's news. But I think celebrity news these days anything sells. And I think it's obvious that everyone goes through that period of time when they don't want to be in another relationship and they need healing. So I just think it's too soon. And if he chooses not to get married ever again, I think that's okay as well. He already experienced it.
Right.
Yeah. And man, I'm from that that never say never school. So it's like you're not really in control of that, Nick. Or whoever says that, you're not in control of that because there's always that story that the person says, I was done with men or I was done with women, and then somebody comes and just changes their whole perspective. So I'm right with Miss Parker on that. That's probably a more short term. You need time to heal, and just saying it in other words. And I get that. That's cool, man. That's cool. But you shouldn't shut yourself off that way because you may find somebody that you really fancy or really find yourself loving, but because you said that you're not going to, come on. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, and then the fact that, his I don't know if they're actually divorced yet, but they're going through a divorce, and, his ex-wife or his ex is now engaged, married to someone else, moved on. It can make you feel a little bitter. But I will say, me and Ms. Parker have a friend who she was married at the time, and she said that she would never have children. She didn't want kids. Why she didn't want kids? And now she can't wait to have kids.
Exactly.
You know, she moved on to someone else, and she's in love, and she can't wait to start this beautiful family. So never say never. You just never know. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. All right. Well, with cameras rolling on the 9th season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, a new report claims that 2 cast members nearly came to blows. Now, if you believe the rumor mill, Portia Williams, who's been involved in 3 altercations on the show, reportedly got upset with Candy Burris that nearly caused a brawl at a local Atlanta restaurant. According to Tamara Tatles, Portia got upset with Candy when she asked her how her anger management classes were going. So upset, in fact, that after exchanging words with Candy, she fled the establishment and had a full-on meltdown while the cast watched. Now, she says Portia fled the restaurant as production captured her running out into traffic, running back and forth across the street. Portia had a full-blown meltdown while the rest of the cast watched her through the window. This was most certainly on the cameras, so we'll probably see it on the season. And to answer to Candy's question, it doesn't seem like the anger management is working for Portia, and she continues to be a majority liability to Bravo. Now, sources are saying that the incident was just a bizarre, nervous breakdown. What are your thoughts on that?
I believe it. I believe a little bit of all of it. It was a bizarre, nervous breakdown, and they probably did almost kind of. Of course, isn't that the one that was she used to be with Cordell Stewart?
Yep, stay in the fight.
Yeah, I like her, man. I like her. Yeah, I like Portia, man. But she probably did. You know, he probably got into something, and could have been a little bit of a breakdown as well. You know, but I believe it for certain.
Yeah. Ms. Parker. Ms. Parker didn't have much comment on that. Yeah, I believe, my mom always said, well, there's smoke, there's fire, so.
There you go.
Yeah, something could have happened.
There you go. Yeah. She's hot, though, man. I like her.
Oh, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Not the smartest thing, but she's gorgeous.
Right.
She's the one.
I think so, too.
She said it's 265 days in a year, and then when she asked where did the train come on the Underground Railroad. So, she has some education.
Yeah, she's not the
room for. What do you say? What's your term? Room for opportunity.
Oh yeah, a lot of room for opportunity. Is that my phrase?
Yes. I asked you a question one time, but that's how you answered that. I love that too. So what it is, you're not bashing. You just how can I say this?
Yeah, man. Right. I don't want to hurt. I be trying to keep it clean, man. Really
yeah. Most definitely. All right, last topic. So, a 24-year-old Atlanta-based teacher, his pictures have gone viral, raising questions, on whether or not she was appropriately dressed to teach a 4th grade class. Now, the award-winning teacher, Tracy Brown, responded with a simple post on IG saying, "This too shall pass." She said, "My mind is to remain focused. # the bigger picture." She proceeded to delete a number of the pictures and added a new selfie. Did you see that picture?
Did I? This is fun. Yes. I saw it. I commented. Yes.
Yeah.
What did you think, Aaron?
I said on Facebook, I would have perfect attendance. I wouldn't miss one class. It could be snow days. I'll be waiting in front of the school for the school to open back up. Hell, my dad would come to every parent-teacher meeting, every PTA meeting, and my dad wasn't even a part of my life growing up. But if you saw her as my teacher, he'd have been paying child support. He'd have been coming up.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the question everywhere. The question for me is, how is the success rate of her classes and her students? That's the first question. It's always going to be something for somebody. It's always going to be something. So if her kids are successful, if her students are becoming mostly successful, they're graduating on time, they're doing what they're supposed to, that's the first thing for me. And then, you can work on things like that. And if the kids are showing up because of the way she's looking, but they're successful, I say keep doing your thing.
They get them in the class,
Keep doing your thing. They're not dropping out of her class, are they?
Right, no, they ain't definitely not. Probably a wait list.
I was going to say, it's probably a list Definitely. I mean, she got body.
Yeah.
But okay. Full disclosure. Back when I was in elementary school, because she's a 4th grade teacher, right?
Right, 4th grade.
Okay. So so they're 4th grade still. You're like 9 or 10ish, but you're still a kid, but you're almost at that preteen kind of stage. And 4th graders now are definitely more grown actually than they were back when I was in the 4th grade. So 4th graders know some things. So plus with the internet and everything, it's just a whole different time now. But with that being said, my 3rd grade teacher, never forget her name, Miss Kirsty, from West Virginia back in the day. Baby, she wore these little skirts that stopped right above the knee. She had like these 6-inch high heels and the nice little blouse. And I thought she was like, whoa. And that was back in the day. I'm not going to tell how old I am, but it was back in the day. Let's just say it was during a different world era, during that Cosby show, different world.
Oh, man. Ancient, man.
Oh man.
The reruns.
Oh, the reruns. Oh, man.
The first. Okay, y'all. Yes, it was in the 80s. All right, it was in the 80s. I'm owning mine. It was in the 80s. All right, late 80s, the 80s.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, I thought she was like bad, but this teacher now, she got a lot of people back in the day. She looks like a dang one nun compared to this girl now, to this woman now. I mean, she got. Damn, I'm sorry. Let's continue. I'm sorry. I'm off the words. My bad.
All right. Well, my thoughts are, I think the woman is. I mean, the woman is gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
My only thing is, I'm glad. Yeah, she's smart. She's award-winning, and by the way, her principal supports her clothing. They see nothing wrong with her clothing. My thing is, I'm glad that she's not teaching middle school and high school, though.
Oh, yeah,
that could be a distraction to the students that are going through puberty and starting to, do things in the bathroom by themselves. But
especially with the girls, too, because, girls, if they see her with that, girls have low, they might have low self-esteem. They might
try to find themselves. Yeah.
It's a whole nother. That's a whole nother. Yeah.
But the thing, she must be doing a great job because, her principal stands by her. She's winning awards, and she seems very dedicated. I did start following her on Instagram, but she seems very dedicated to her
transparency. That's right.
to her what she's doing, and so wish her all the best.
Can I just throw in my 2 cents? I don't want to take be the party pooper here.
Right.
I think my frustration with this conversation, not just on the show, but online and Facebook and everything, is the question was never whether or not she's attractive. We all can see that. That's why she was, deemed the most attractive teacher online. That's not the question. I mean, it's just every post that I read, it's like people going back and forth about how gorgeous she is. We see that. We acknowledge that she is. The question was, is she dressing appropriately to teach your 4th grader? If you had a 4th grader, and my answer is no. The question is not whether or not she's, a good teacher. It's not whether or not she's an award-winning teacher. It's not whether or not that's not. It's people just are not sticking to the question. The question is she appropriately dressed to teach your child? If you had a 4th grader,
for me it would be yes.
So it's no, because I think any professional job looking like that. It's I think sometimes we need to call the bull on bull and stop encouraging BS in our community, because our students in our community are failing at a record rate. And I think sometimes we take the focus on what's important and the examples that we need to be setting for our students and kids, and we put it is funny, we can laugh about it, but I just feel like no one is really answering the question. Someone needs to really say, you know what, you're a beautiful young lady and you would look beautiful appropriately dressed. That outfit is something you would wear to the club, to a happy hour, to a picnic brunch, whatever, but not to teach 4th graders. In no way is that example of how a teacher should look. Bent over in a tight dress, teaching your children. It's honestly ridiculous to me, because I couldn't work like that.
It would go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, okay, she's winning awards. Are her kids learning? Are they passing? I mean, if all that.
What winning awards and passing is not. It's not everything. It's about setting examples. It's about being a leader. It's about setting your kids up for success on how they dress in the real world, going out looking for jobs on interviews. It's about being an example.
Tell me this, Miss Parker. Tell me this.
Your child to look like.
Miss Parker, tell me this. Tell me this, Miss Parker. Could she wear that outfit to church?
I'm not a church-going person, so I don't care.
Well, you're not. But Miss Parker, you're not a fourth grader either. I'm asking, theoretically, could she wear that to church?
But no, that's different. Church is
voluntary. You come as you are.
Church is voluntary.
That's my point. I'm trying to. Well, since we can't get it,
that's a bad example. I'm sorry. That's a bad example.
You don't even know where I'm.
Or I could be a Muslim. Like that's ridiculous. I can't answer that because I'm not sure what's appropriate in each church.
Well, you could ask me because I'm a Muslim all my life, and I have family members that have gone to church, and I've even been to church myself, and I can tell you what I've seen. So it can be based off of my experience theoretically. So I was asking you, but you're not. But Ms. Parker, you're not a parent either. You're not a parent. You don't have a fourth grade child. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're very right. You're very right.
So theoretically, listen, Ms. Parker.
You can't equate
Ms. Parker, theoretically, you said this. Theoretically, I'm just trying to help the situation prospectively.
This is good. Yes,
Ms. Parker, prospectively, I'm trying to help the situation.
But the example that you chose is something that is voluntary. So me going to church or me taking my child to church, if I had a child, no, I will not take my child to a church where people are dressed like that. If I had a child and if I was a church-going person, I think that answers your question.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I didn't know it doesn't answer my question because you didn't let me finish where I was going with it. But so my bottom line is, without even me going through this questioning process, I have a different vantage point on that, and I think that there could be a number of things wrong, and just without me having any children, not knowing. But theoretically, I could say, yeah, I could send my student to her class, if my son to her class, or my daughter, if they're going to class and they're passing and they're doing well, and they come back and speak fondly of the teacher. And if I saw the way she was dressed and I really had a serious concern about it every day, that's one outfit I saw. I haven't seen any others. Then I would raise those concerns to her as a member of our community. That's just like someone in a corporate setting saying, the boss saying, that Afro puff just ain't going to work here. It's kind of like along those lines, but I'm the top performer, sir. I got lots, but I'm the top performer here, sir, or ma'am. So it's kind of like, for me, I'm looking for not the fact that it's right or wrong how she's dressing. Let's look at, I don't even want that dynamic in the perspective for me. I want to say what's right, what's working. And then we can work on the things I think, because she's a part of our community, so I want to work on things that will make her stronger for a leadership or mentorship role in our community. That's all. I wasn't trying to bash or anything, seriously.
Okay, we're agree to disagree on the outfit and move on.
No, and a lot of people, I'm telling you, I post a question of the day all the time. This got the most response I've got in a long time about this conversation, because some people feel, they're parents and people that are single that feel that she's dressed fine, and their parents and the people that are single who feel like, non-parents who feel like that she's inappropriate. I mean, women and men. Women and men, some women think she's fine, some women think she's inappropriate. I've heard a lot of the same arguments we heard tonight. That's what I saw on Facebook. Interesting topic, but anyway, I've enjoyed Hot Topics. I hope you all did too. Thank you so much for weighing in. Thank you so much for weighing in. And when we come back, Mr. Romantic is here to tell us about, some things you can learn. So, right back after this. Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Women want romance. This is nothing short of the truth affecting thousands of women all over the world. Time and time again, we hear failed relationships and marriages because of incompatibility, sex, and finances. The focus is sometimes a matter of attention or lack thereof. Neglect is only upset. Now, Mr. Romantic is an option for women to have as their personal comfort in times of need. Now, whether it's women that just want to talk or feel beautiful, Mr. Romantic enters the sound waves of lust and enters into the woman's fantasy simply through words. He joins us tonight. Please help me welcome Mr. Romantic. Welcome to the Stephen Knight Show.
It's a pleasure to be on your show, Stephen. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I was going over the information and who Mr. Romantic is, but I want you to tell our listeners at home, who would you describe Mr. Romantic as?
Well, Mr. Romantic is a man who wants to make every woman feel beautiful, sexy, and special.
Okay. Okay. They can't beat that, I'm sure. Women at home, I'm sure they're interested now.
Well, you know what? Every woman is desirable in her own way. That could be any size, any age, any look. Everybody has beautiful sensuality to them. And I created a CD called The Bubble Bath many years ago.
Yes.
I was also the first male phone sex operator in Canada.
Wow. Wow.
So I got to speak to over 800 women across Canada, and I fulfilled all their fantasies just by voice alone. But I never showed my face, Stephen, because every woman has their own idea of their fantasy man.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then I had an article written about me.
Mm-hmm. Talk about it.
And the article was called Press Play for Sexual Fantasy, of how a voice can fuel a fantasy.
Very interesting. So let me ask you, what was it that made you want to get into this line of work? What made you say, this is what women need, and I'm the one that can provide it for them?
Well, I think romance and passion has to be in your blood.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I grew up in a very romantic city, a French-speaking city where there was so much romance in the restaurants, the nightclubs, the savoir-faire of the downtown core. And I got to see a lot of beautiful women every weekend, dressed in beautiful clothes, gorgeous makeup, their hair done well. And I had a chance to see what romance was at an early age.
Okay.
So when I got a little bit older, I dated a number of these beautiful women, and I asked them, what do you consider to be romantic? Is it having a glass of wine? Is it spending time? Is it holding hands? So it was really an eye-opener to me earlier on to learn about romance. And like the older you get, the more romantic you should be. The problem today is everybody is stressed in their own lives with their jobs, being in traffic for a number of hours. So they lose a little bit of that romance, and I'm trying to bring that back.
That's awesome. How do you think social media has played an impact on that lack of romance for people, for women?
Well, when I started this many, many years ago, there was no social media, and we created a CD called The Bubble Bath. I don't know if you've had a chance to listen to it yet, but The Bubble Bath was done just on a tape, and we had to market it just by going to the different types of stores. I think now with social media, there's so many different outlets for everything. I mean, when I go on my Twitter account, if I can tell you my Twitter account, would that be okay?
Please do.
At Mr. Romantic. We also have a Facebook group page, Mr. Romantic. Our website is www.mrromantic.ca. So when I go on Twitter, I see a number of romantic companies, be it romance books, be it other romantic products, bubble bath soap. I think today the market is gives you more of an opportunity to learn more about romance. Because I get a lot of emails from men who say to me, how could I be more romantic with my lady?
Yeah.
And you know what? I said, listen to Barry White, baby, because he was Mr. Romance. And I have that on my opening on my radio show.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I know that you never revealed who you are and because of the fantasy you want the women to create in their own mind, what is the demographic that you typically serve?
Well, presently, for the demographic for the Mr. Romantic CD,
yes.
Presently, we're in the Canadian market, and we've had many discussions in the U.S. and European market because we're going to be doing the Bubble Bath CD in different languages. Right now, it's in English. We're going to be doing it in Spanish, in French, in Italian, because the word romance is a universal word. That's the word of love. Mm-hmm. And I've had the opportunity to travel the world. I was just in Italy and Rome and Venice and Barcelona, Spain. And I'll tell you something, Stephen. When you see the word romance, when you go to those countries, that's what you see. People holding hands.
Yes.
People in the coffee shops having their cappuccino, enjoying each other, holding each other, kissing each other, showing affection. I really learned a lot by that. So we're going to be creating it in many different languages, and we hope to have it all over the world in a very short time.
That's awesome. And I can imagine because people all over, the language shouldn't be a barrier on why they can't experience this service, because there are a lot of people. Do you find that it's mostly lonely people that would, be interested in this, or just everyday, mothers and, who would you say would be your biggest targeted audience?
It's funny you asked that question because I asked the same question when they bought the CD. I asked the person behind the counter, I said, when I come back, I'd like you to tell me who is buying our Bubble Bath CD. And they told us, housewives, they listen to it in their bedroom, their kitchen, even in the car when they're driving, they're listening to the Bubble Bath just to relax them. I don't think you have to be lonely, but you know what? It's your own personal lover, your own personal fantasy man. So you can take him anywhere with you. It's really a nice add to your everyday life.
Do you think it's something that couples together can listen to?
Absolutely. And we're going to be doing a couples CD in the very near future because I get a lot of requests for that as well.
So for the person at home listening tonight and says, well, what qualifies Mr. Romantic to be a romantic expert? What would you tell them?
Well, like I said earlier, it has to be in your blood. Mm-hmm. You have to be romantic. You can't pretend to be romantic, and I'm the type of man that will show you affection anywhere, any place, and any time, be it at a coffee shop, standing in a bank, at a park. I have a Ms. Romantic who I hold her hand. I tell her how beautiful she is every day because I think a woman should hear that, and that's what's missing. Yeah. A lot of men don't tell their partner how beautiful they look, how nice what they're wearing, because if they're going to make an effort, they should be told.
Absolutely. So what does Miss Romantic think about the empire in the sense that you've created based off romance?
Well, we're creating a brand. We want to be like IBM, like Apple. We have on our Mr. Romantic website, we have Mr. Romantic caps, Mr. Romantic T-shirts, the Bubble Bath CD. We're going to be having Mr. Romantic jewelry. So we want to create a brand worldwide for everyone to be able to enjoy romance.
That's awesome. Have you ever had a listener who, because they're creating these fantasies in their mind and they're, offering that part of themselves, have they ever been so intrigued that they're trying to figure out who you are, trying to find you, trying to reach out to you, beyond, what they should be doing? Have you ever had that happen?
Back then, they weren't able to reach out to me. Now, with social media and our website, we allow people to send us emails, and every day my operations manager, we have a Mr. Romantic team like you have your team. So we have an operations manager, a producer, a vice president of sales, and of course, Mr. Romantic. So we get emails every day from women and men asking us questions because to me it's very important to interact with everybody, as I'm sure you feel the same way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. Now, let's talk about your voice tone. You have a very soothing and, I guess, romantic voice tone. And why is that so important to get to that part of a person that brings out that romance?
Well, to me, I'm a very relaxing man.
Okay.
And I'm a very calm man. I like to read books, and I like to listen to, as I mentioned, Barry White, Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross are some of my favorite singers.
Yes, I get it.
And I just a very mellow person, and it comes out because I think you can't pretend. I think if people will know right away if you are who you are. So when you listen to the Bubble Bath for 7 minutes or 8 minutes, you'll hear the same voice the whole way through. And I'm the same way when I talk to everybody. Wow. Sometimes I put Ms. Romantic to sleep, but hopefully in a good way.
Hopefully in a good way. So what celebrity would you say has a sexy voice that can be in this line of work?
Oh, Mr. Barry White.
Barry White, yeah. Oh,
Mr. Barry White's been my idol for many years. He oozed romance. He did. Man, growing up, I danced to his songs and made love to his music, and it was Mr. Barry White is the man.
Yes, he was. He definitely was. So how far would Mr. Romantic go with discussing sex? Are there any boundaries?
Well, we want to keep the brand really clean.
Right.
You know, we're going to be talking more about romance, but we want to keep it more on a romantic level. But if we have to talk about sensual, sexual situations, we will. But everything will be very professional and clean from our side.
Because people, they hear romance, and I think a lot of people automatically assume sex. But what would you say, in your opinion, is the difference, or how they distinguish each other?
Well, eventually it will lead to that. But I think somebody asked me the other day, what would you consider a romantic evening? So I said, a beautiful dinner with your lover, partner, 2 glasses of wine in front of the fireplace, listening to Barry, Luther, Enrique, playing softly in the background. And after dinner, dessert, you have some strawberries, whipped cream, some melted chocolate, followed by a trail of rose petals to the bedroom where the door locks, and the rest is left to the imagination.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And then your partner comes out in a beautiful piece of lingerie. You have the oils ready for her. And after that, the rest should be history. Beautiful history.
Yeah, beautiful history. Beautiful history. So I'm sure you get asked a lot of questions. You mentioned some before. What is one of the oddest questions that anyone's ever asked you about romance?
The oddest question that anybody has ever asked me about romance is, how do you know if someone is a great kisser or a great lover, I recall, because everyone is different in their own way.
Right.
That was the oddest question that I was at. It was very hard to answer that because I had to really think about it, and that's what I came up with.
Okay. It is because everyone has different chemistry as well, right?
Exactly, and chemistry is a major part of romance because don't forget, there's so many internet sites today and internet dating. I talked about it on my show. People are meeting. A lot of them don't look like their pictures when they meet in person
at all.
And there's that's right. And there's and right away, you know, you'll know in a few minutes if there's any chemistry. But on the other hand, if the chemistry is beautiful, you'll sit next to that person, you'll feel their energy, you'll look into their eyes, you'll hold their hands, and then you want to kiss them. And once you kiss them, it'll feel like an explosion.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. Well, you mentioned your show a couple of times. Tell us about your show and how people can tune in.
Thank you. My show is An Evening with Mr. Romance. It's on Sunday night, 8 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio. We've had some really interesting subjects. We had romantic vacations. We talked about romantic vacations. We talked about coffee dates, internet dating. My last week's show was really interesting because I don't know if you've seen the movie The Notebook, Stephen, but to me that's one of the most romantic movies.
I've heard that. I've definitely heard that.
How they pass away in each other's arms. So we had couples that were married for 30 and 40 years on my show, and that turned out to be an amazing show. Plus, I just had Valerie Gibson, the renowned sex and relationship expert, who was on for the whole hour, and she's been on Dr. Phil, Geraldo, Maury, NBC Today. It was an epic, epic show. If any of your listeners want to listen to it, if you put my link up, I think they'll enjoy it very much.
Most definitely, and we definitely will. Before we go, tell everyone what they need to know about Mr. Romantic, and that's why I know you gave your Twitter and Facebook, but just one more time, where can we reach you, and what do we need to know about Mr. Romantic?
You can reach us at www.mrromantic.ca. You can see our beautiful Mr. Romantic caps in purple, red, pink, and red. We also have Mr. Romantic V-neck T-shirts, and of course the Bubble Bath. The Bubble Bath CD, you can listen to a free preview. We have a download, and we have a CD hardcover. Plus our Twitter is at Mr. Romantic. Our Facebook group page is Mr. Romantic. We have Instagram. We are very blessed with the band that we're building, and I always thank my Mr. Romantic team for the hard work that they put in every single day.
Most definitely, most definitely. Mr. Romantic, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and hopefully helping our night be a little bit more romantic as we go to our partners and our lovers and our girlfriends and wives. We know how to bring that spice back into the romantic side of our relationship. So I thank you for that.
Stephen, it was an honor and a pleasure, and I congratulate you on all your success.
Thank you so much. I like that.
Have a wonderful romantic evening.
You too. And for those of you at home, please go to our website, thestephenknightshow.com, to find out more about Mr. Romantic and his product, his show, everything. We'll be right back after this.
Came here to party, gone, put your hands up. If you wanna get it started, gone, put your hands up. All my ladies in the front, all my hubs in the club. If you looking for some love, gone, put your hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. If you came here to party, gone, put your hands up. All my ladies in the front, all my hubs in the club. If you looking for some love, gone, put your hands up.
Kane is in the building, nigga.
Guess who's back? It's the legendary first lady. But you could just call me Donna. It's been a while since you heard something new from me, but you can best believe that I ain't lost my touch now. Ooh, baby, let me make it do what it do. Baby, when I put it down in the booth, baby, watch me drop a heat rock it, call me Dunaway, and I can make your track hot. I can make your track hot. I can make your track hot, yeah. They call me Dunaway, and I can make your track hot. All my fans around the world wanna see me, 'cause they miss me and they know the game needs me. They wanna know when I'm coming back, so I had to dedicate this song to you. Baby, let me make it do what it do. Baby, when I put it down in the booth, baby, watch me drop a heat rock it, call me Dunaway, and I can make your track hot. I can make your your track hot. I can make your track hot, yeah.
I got you, Auntie.
They call me Dunaway, and I can make your track hot.
I should be crown king. They should call me sire. To kill it how I kill it, man, desire is required. And I shut shit down, and he's no liar. I will make your tracks hot, call it weave on fire. Now watch how I go off and make your head now. Death is guaranteed, but life is not, so I won't dare stop. Think you outshining me, boy, you big not. Cause my pinky ring the same size as my mattress, I call that my bedroom. I got my swagger on, so turn it up and watch me. I'm racing to the top, so when I make it, call me Rocket. Don't mean to trouble you, but my style you might wanna copy. Man, y'all better watch y'all tracks, cause these rappers getting sloppy. Cause bitch, press the game and I won't need no one to spot me. Just cause I'm confident and big below, they call me cocky. You silly niggas make me laugh, cause you dumb funny. I spit like I'm dumb hungry. Shout out to Young Money.
Ooh, baby, let me make it do what it do. Baby, when I put it down now. Baby, watch me drop a heat rock. Call me Dunaway, and I can make your track hot. I can make your track hot. Everybody knows I can make your track hot, yeah. They call me Dunaway, and I can make your track hot.
I got you, Auntie. It's Deucey.
Ooh, baby, let me make it do what it do. Baby, when I put it down in the booth. Baby, watch me drop a heat rock. They call me Dunaway, and I can make your track hot. I can make your track hot. I can make your track hot, yeah. They call me Dunaway, and I can make your track hot.
I'm reaching out to touch you in the middle of the night, and I don't know if I've been sleeping, but I hold my pillow tight. Are you real or are you my imagination playing games? I can set you free, you'll always be my one eternal flame. Your dreamy eyes, they just won't say goodbye. Well, it must be my fate, 'cause I just can't escape, and the passion never dies. Oh, dreamy eyes, no matter how I cry, I just can't reach you.
baby girl, let it show. Once you pop, lock, drop it for me, maybe we can roll. Oh,
pop, lock, and drop it. 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 Pop, lock, and drop it.
Tonight is gonna be some changes, no acting sedity, so stop acting and get it clapping, cause I'm knowing you feel me. Yeah, you cute, but don't let that shit go to your head, cause what this cutie don't do pimpin', another one will. You prefer rockin' the skirt and your heels so tall, and we ain't with none of that trickin', but I've been so tall. I've been peeping you for a while, and you throwing it back. If you looking for you a baller, we got dough in the back. Look your color, Carmelo Brown, and your skin so smooth. I'm having fantasies about what you and me can do, and you a undercover freak, you probably thinking the same. I'm seeing light up on your face because you're peeping my chain, and I ain't trying to put you out there as if you a freak, so don't even take it that way, just say you did it for me. And yeah, you probably roll with me cause it's money in my pocket, so before then I gotta see you pop, lock, and drop it. Shoot that thing up, mommy, make it roll. Once you pop, pop, lock it for me, girl, get low. If your mama gave it to you, baby girl, let it show. Once you pop, lock, drop it for me, maybe we can roll. Oh,
pop, lock, and drop it. 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 Pop, lock, and drop it.
I ain't gotta be your man, but I really wouldn't mind. We ain't gotta talk again, I'm just trying to have a time. If you a baller, pull a stack out and slap her on the A. Pop, lock it, cock blockers, get up out the way. Let lil' mommy get low, give her space, let her sweat. The club turn into hooters cause they shirts are so wet. From the window to the wall, the mama showing a thong, the bra freaking herself. Was telling me that it's on, you ready then we can roll. I'm telling you we can go, I'm thinking if I can handle it the way you make it roll. We grooving and speeding up, you're right in between us. If you a strip teaser, then baby don't tease us. At first I thought I was tripping, but my vision getting clearer. You moving that thing around as if you practice in the mirror. She doing the new dance what the next man said. I'm like, nah, she just pop locking on the headstand. Shoot that thing up, mommy, make it roll. Once you pop, pop, lock it for me, girl, get low. If your mama gave it to you, baby girl, let it show. Once you pop, lock, drop it for me, maybe we can roll. Oh,
pop, lock, and drop it. 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 Pop, lock, and drop it.
Make it roll to the left, left, roll to the right, right. Pop, lock it, drop it, get low, alright. Make it roll to the left, left, roll to the right, right. Pop, lock it, drop it, get low, alright. It ain't tricking if you got it, we got it, but ain't giving. Just bounce it and roll with it, and maybe you'll roll with us. It ain't tricking if you got it, we got it, and ain't giving. Just bounce it and roll with it, and maybe you'll roll with us. Pop, lock, and drop it. Now pop, lock, and drop it for me. Pop, lock, and drop it. Now pop, lock, and drop it for me. What's your name, girl? Never mind, never mind. Do your thing, girl. Fire, you ain't never lied. What's your name, girl? Never mind, never mind. Do your thing, girl. Fire, you ain't never lied. Oh!
You're now rocking with the best. Now go. It's another one. You're now rocking with the best. Bobby V. You're now rocking with the best. Neptune. Yeah. Get your glass up, cause I'm back again. What it do, shout it? What's happening? You know this beat jamming. This your moment, boo. Everybody looking. What you gonna do? Now, ladies, spot yourself a king and gonna stand in front of him. Gonna stretch your fingers, show him that you want him. You could be subtle, but gonna let him hug you. It's amazing. Get up out your seat and show her that you want her. Show her you're a G, she should know it's an honor. Hey, I saw some bubbles and show her what a thug do. Girl. Right. what you like. Don't care who you ask. 8-town hat, pocket full of stacks. Fresh white tee, true religion jeans. Got them Pradas on, all them ice cream. Now ladies, spot yourself a king and gonna stand in front of him. Gonna stretch your thing and show him that you want him. You could be subtle, but gonna let him hug you. It's amazing. Get up out your seat and show her that you want her. Show her you're a G, she should know it's an honor. Hey, I saw some bubbles and show her what a thug do. Girl, right.